Talking about cases, Ahmedabad Police has filed a charge sheet against Swami Nithyananda and two managers of his ashram as they have been accused of physically abusing minor children and earning money. Interpol has also issued blue-cornered notice. The other similar case is in Karnataka. What is the viewpoint of yours as far as these are ongoing cases which have been lodged by victims, and why you ran away from India instead of facing these charges?
All these allegations against the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and the two managers are absolutely false. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has not been on Indian soil since 2018, and the Gujarat case you refer to was filed against him in 2019. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has also not been in the state of Gujarat for over 14 years. In 2018, the passport authorities did not renew the passport of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, even though he is a born Indian citizen and Indian court ordered them to do so. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism appeared in person and submitted the required documents to renew his passport. Interpol has rejected all requests to issue any notices for the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism based on evidence that was presented to them. The news about Interpol notices against the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism are also false, and disinformation spread to incite hatred against the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. The allegations in the case in Karnataka are also false. The same false victims filed the same false charges in the US, but the US courts exonerated the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, dismissed the case in his favor, and in turn fined the false victims to a tune of nearly $1 million. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was exonerated by the California USA Court on April 8, 2013, and the Ohio Federal Court on August 12, 2014. The courts ruled in favor of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and fined the false victims nearly $1 million in fines. This is also recognized by world-renowned human rights attorney and King's Counsel, Mr. Jeffrey Robertson, who concludes the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism court should continue to be presumed innocent, especially since his two accusers have been found guilty in proceedings in the US related to false claims about him for purposes of extortion. Many prominent human rights advocates have given independent reports and legal opinions attesting this. The world-renowned human rights advocate and King's Counsel from the UK, Mr. Jeffrey Robertson, after thorough investigation, says in his report about the persecution that, quote, he did not jump bail but was out on bail when he left India as he was entitled to, and has remained abroad in order to seek asylum because he claims a well-founded fear of persecution, end quote. Please see posted a summary of the false cases against the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in USA and in India and proofs of his exoneration.